What is mindfulness meditation? First of all, let's look at mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Well, mindfulness is to be mindful of, to be aware of, to be focused on, to put your attention on, or in other words, to be present with. You are mindful of something, you are putting your attention, you're putting your energy, you are aware of the existence of this thing or this person or this event. And what happens is that in our lives, there are so many things that are going on within us, around us, that we are simply oblivious of, that we are taking for granted, that we're not even considering for 1 second, yet they exist. And the simple fact of putting our attention on it makes us present with it. And then I'll explain to you a little bit later what the benefits of being mindful, being present are. However, let's look at what could we be mindful of, for example, that we usually don't pay attention to. For example, you could be mindful of your breathing. You know, we all breathe. If we stop breathing, we'd stop living, we'd leave our body. Yet, how often are we aware of the fact that we're breathing? And so you're going to tell me, well, I should be aware of the fact that I'm breathing. I'm just breathing and it happens and I'm still alive and just leave me alone. Awareness of your breathing is extremely beneficial because as you become aware of this thing that you do so easily, so naturally, so effortlessly, when you breathe, you don't wonder, am I going to be able to take the next breath? Am I doing it right? Am I getting the right amount of air in my lungs? You just do it naturally. And so the simple fact that you put your attention gently on the fact that you're breathing, without even trying to alter your way of breathing, makes you aware of something that you're not resistant to. So it's very easy by putting my attention into my breathing to become present because, again, I'm not in my head when I'm doing so. I'm starting to feel. I'm more in a feeling mode, and therefore my brain waves will naturally start slowing down, and therefore I will go into a better feeling state. I'm not going to be in a resistant, in a judgmental state. I'm just going to be present with my breathing. Another example of what I could be mindful of is my body or parts of my body. How often do I think of my body if I have no pain or no discomfort? Hardly ever. Yet by being aware of the simple existence of my body, the sensations in my body, this awareness will anchor me in the present moment because I'm not going to be resistant of it. I'm not going to start wishing it was different. And if I start doing so for whatever reason, then I'm not in the state of mindfulness of my body. I'm still in my head. So mindful is being present with without being resistant. As soon as resistance comes into operation, I go back into the thinking mind and into the connections my brain has with my past experiences, and I go back into some form of an unconscious programming. Presence detaches me from the unconscious programming and connects me to the now, which is a state of well-being, a state of presence, a state that connects me with my true essence. My true essence is an essence of well-being, of elevated emotions, of love and peace. Whenever I'm feeling really good, I feel free to love. I'm not pushing against something. I could be mindful of a lot of things. I could be mindful if I'm walking on the street of the wind blowing on my face. I could be mindful of the sun shining on my skin and the sensations of it. I could be mindful of the weight of my body on this chair. I could be mindful of something I'm looking at without naming it and without judging whatever it is supposed to mean to me. This is why awareness of the flame of a candle, for example, is also a typical mindfulness meditation that people do. So mindfulness meditation is simply to take a certain time out of your lives and decide that during this time you're going to be aware of, mindful of some support of your choice. And you could be aware of it visually, you could be aware of it auditively, you could be aware of the sensation it gives your body when you put your attention on it. You could be aware of the food that you eat. You know, you put a bite in your mouth and you start feeling the taste and the sensations and the texture. This is mindfulness. And again, the benefits of mindfulness are huge. The more often you connect to pure consciousness, pure awareness, and no resistance, the more you're connecting to bliss and well-being, and the more you practice this muscle until it becomes second nature, and until your consciousness expands, your state of being raises by default. So I do recommend it very much. I will come back with videos where I'm going to take you into more specific exercises, but this was a good opportunity for me to give you an introduction to what is very popular these days. You know, people talk about mindfulness meditation, often without knowing exactly why it's called this way or what it is, just, you know, following exercises. But it's also important to understand why you do a certain exercise or why you do a certain practice in order for it to have more meaning when you do it, and then you'll do it more wholeheartedly. Thank you for listening to this video. If you like it, please press the like button, press the subscribe button, and more videos of this kind to come. And please comment, does this video help in any way? Does it clarify things for you? See you in the next one.